Today in this video we will discuss about the biography and poetry of John Milton. John Milton was born in London on December 19, 1608 into a middle class family. He was educated at St. Paul's School, then at Christ College, Cambridge, where he began to write poetry in Latin, Italian, and English and prepared to enter the clergy. After university, however, he abandoned his plans to join the priesthood and he spent the next 6 years in the father's country and home in Buckinghamshire, following a religious course of independent study to prepare for a career as a poet. His extensive reading included both classical and modern works of religious science, philosophy, history, politics, and literature. In addition, Milton was proficient in Latin, Greek, Hebrew, French, Spanish, and Italian, and obtained a familiarity with Old English and Dutch as well. During his period of private study, Milton composed a number of poems, including On the Morning of Christ's Nativity, on Shakespeare, Allegro, Penseroso, and the Pastoral Elegy Lycidas. In May of 1638, Milton began a 13th-month tour of France and Italy, during which he met many important intellectuals and influential people, including the astronomer Galileo, who appears in Milton's tract against censorship, Aripageticia. In 1642, Milton returned from a trip into the countryside with a 16-year-old bride, Mary Paul. Even though they were estranged for most of their marriage, she bore him three daughters and a son before her death in 1652. Milton later married twice more, Catherine Woodcock in 1656, who died giving birth in 1658, and Elizabeth Minshall in 1662. During the England Civil War, Milton championed the cause of the Puritans and Oliver Cromwell and wrote a series of pamphlets advocating radical political topics including the morality of divorce, the freedom of the press, populism, and the sanctions regicide. Milton served as a secretary for foreign language in Cromwell government, composing official statement depending on the Commonwealth. During this time, Milton steadily lost his eyesight and was completely blind by 1651. He continued his duties, however, with the aid of Andrew Marvell and the other assistants. After the restorations of Charles II to the throne in 1660, Milton was arrested as a defender of the Commonwealth, fined and soon released. He lived the rest of the life in seclusion in the country, completing the blank verse epic poem Paradise Lost in 1667, as well as its sequel Paradise Regained and the tragedy Samson Agonistic, both in 1651. Milton oversaw the printing of a second edition of Paradise Lost in 1674, which included as an explanation of why the poem rhymes, not clarifying his use of blank verse along with the introductory notes by Marvel. He died shortly afterwards on November 8, 1674, in Buckinghamshire in England. Paradise Lost, which chronicles Satan's temptations of Adam and Eve and their expulsions from Eden, is widely regarded as a masterpiece and one of the greatest epic poems in the world literature. Since the first publications, the work has continually elicited debate regarding the theological themes, political commentary, and its depiction of the fallen angel Satan, who is often viewed as the protagonist of the work. The epic has had wide-reaching effect, inspiring other long poems such as Alexander poems, The Rape of the Lock, William Wordsworth, The Prelude, and the John Keats' Endymion, as well as Mary Shelley's novel Frankenstein, and deeply influenced the work of Percy Bysshe Shelley and William Blake, who illustrated an edition of the epic.